Alright, hello again guys, this is playing the markets. This is part 2 to my dividend reinvesting video. I was previously, in the first video I was cut off on the introduction, sorry, so this is dividend reinvesting. It'll be in the title and the comments and everything. Alright, no it won't be in the comments. Why would I put the title in the comments? Alright, anyways, so this is War Thunder. I'm really bad at flying this game, so don't expect me to do some crazy dogfighting or anything. I'm actually playing a tank match right now, so. But, alright, so if you paid attention to the first video, or tried to stay along, because I'm all over the place right now, I just really like talking about, like, dividends are really exciting for me. I don't know, I'm probably, like, just a really boring person, the fact that I get excited over this kind of stuff. But, I don't know, I just think it's awesome. So, what I think I was explaining before I got ambushed by like 7 Panzer tanks was that you get a discount. You get a pretty sweet discount by a lot of the larger companies that... Maybe I can kill this guy. Ooh, critical hit. So a lot of the larger companies will pay you a pretty serious... Oh, okay. 1 to 10%. No, not everything's fine. I can fly this. Okay, now I'm dead. Ooh, hit a tree. So you get like anywhere really from like 1 to 10% discount on the shares when you set up a dividend reinvesting plan with a lot of the major companies. Now, I don't really guarantee that this happens often, or I shouldn't say often, with like every company. Any of the ones that I've done it with have definitely not paid that, because it would have been actually, I mean, I guess I can't say that either, because I didn't really pay attention if they were paying it or not. I was just happy that I never had to touch anything and it was set and forget. That's one of my favorite things about this whole dividend reinvesting. So another thing is that a lot of the stocks that, let's say I use at least, or if you do your own research and you find stocks, there's like a group of stocks called like the dividend achievers or something. That's like after they get that after like 10 years of annual growth in their yield. So those are obviously good stocks to put in, but most of your stocks you're going to want to look for in dividend reinvesting is going to be stocks that are long term. Like, you plan on keeping these. Obviously in the first video I talked about how you're going to want these stocks for 20 plus years. So I'm not saying you have to keep these stocks for 20 plus years, but you're going to want to just be able to completely forget about it. Say you set up the $200 a month on a whim and you completely forget about it or something. Or say you, hopefully this would never happen, but say you started to lose your memory or something, and for some reason you completely forgot you're investing $200 a month, and then on top of that, for some reason you just forget to check your bank account for 20 years. By the time you look at that account, first of all, you're going to be like, how was I not noticing $200 getting taken out of my account every month for the last 20 years? But on top of that, you're going to see a just ridiculous amount of money in that account. Like what I just said, for the 12%, you'd have $500,000 in that account after all that time, and you wouldn't have really even noticed it. Like, you wouldn't have noticed that money coming out. Well, say in this case you didn't notice it for some reason, but you wouldn't notice that $200 a month coming out for those 20 years, and then suddenly you look at that account and it's $500,000 and it's paying you $60,000 a year, which is absurd by stock trading and all that standards. Excuse me. So the fact that like some of those stocks, you're gonna want to look into better stocks and everything. You want to be able to be safe. You don't want to worry about your stocks going up and down and everything. And if you look into most of these stocks that do this, they're very steady. They just slowly go up or slowly stay together, stay around the same. They could go down if for like, you don't care, honestly. You don't care about the stock price at all, honestly. Like the whole point. Oh my goodness, that guy's far away. Is he looking at me? Okay, he's dead. Is that another guy? Nope, that's a tree bush thing. So you don't care. The whole point is you're setting the set and forget. That's the whole thing, set and forget. You set it up and you forget it and you look at it almost never because you don't care. It's all about, it's dollar cost averaging is what it is. Wow, that guy's a beast. How did he hit me? That was extremely impressive. So it's dollar cost averaging because you're just trying to slowly get into something. If you want $100,000 of stock, but you don't have that, but you have the ability to have it in a few years, you would technically be dollar cost averaging into that stock over payment periods. And the benefits of that is just the fact that you don't have to stress about it. That's how I think about it. I don't stress about it because instead of, say that share's at $12 and you're like, oh my goodness, what if it goes to $15? I should put my $10,000 that I have right now into that right now so that if it goes to 15, I am just getting wrecked right now. So that it goes to 15, I don't have to worry, I made my money. Or, because obviously nothing's ever guaranteed if it's going to go up or down, you could say, I'm going to die. Well, this is grim. Alright. Or you could say, you know, it's $12 a share right now. It might go to 15, or it might go to 10. So I'm going to set up my $10,000 to go $1,000 a month for the next 10 months. So that first, you get that first at 12, but then next month it goes down to 10. At this point, you would be happy that you made this decision because now that next month you're getting you're putting $1,000 in at $10 a share. And then say the next month it gets $9 a share. Then you're probably like, why am I in this stock? But you're putting another $1,000 in. And then it shoots back up to that $15 that you were hoping for. You just made a lot more money because you have a lot more shares on that 3,000 than all that like stress and anxiety you had if you were to put that $10,000 in at 12 and then it went 10 and then 9 for the next 2 months. It depends on how good of a trader or like how good your psyche is and everything, how you're like willing to stand. A lot of people are not good. That's when I get into the trading videos, I'll explain like how most people screw themselves on trading based on their head. Everything in between the ears will screw you more than anything else when it comes to trading. But we're not talking about that right now. So the dollar cost averaging helps you significantly. And then think about in the case of that $10,000 and that stock you wanted, that you're averaging in, yes, but at the same time you're also getting that dividend every month. So that dividend is also paying you interest or return on investment into your pocket or into itself, which is also getting bigger and bigger. So let me see the best way I can explain this. So let's go back to that TRI. It made 36.8%. I got that down now. It's not 38%. So you put, let's see, how do I explain this? So yeah, you put $10,000 into that, and at the end of the year you have another $3,600. So you have $13,600, and technically like $82 or whatever because of the decimal and all that. But you would have that $13,000 now, almost $14,000, depending on how you look at it. So if you look at it in terms of return on investment, if you weren't doing a dividend, that stock itself would have to go from $48 to 36% higher than that, which I'm being shot at, so I guess I'll calculate for you guys. It would be $48 times 36%. So that stock would have to go to $65 a share in order for you to get that 3,600 out of it. Which, I don't know if you guys have ever dabbled with, but that would be a insanely good trade if you were to be stock trading and you got that. Like, people would be like, damn, you did a good job by picking out that trade. But nobody really thinks of dividend reinvesting the same sort of way, because you might be able to get another 20% that next year from that same stock from dividends. And then not only that, but that extra $3,600 you made the year before could also give you 20% on your money, which is just like, if this was in stock trading numbers and like you just made that, am I gonna die here? Nope, that's a shack. And you just made that 36% on one trade, and then you made another 20% on another trade, people would be like super willing to listen to you on your buy. Oh, okay, I thought that scarecrow had something fishy about it. People would be all about your trades, and they would want to know what you're doing and what you're doing next. So think about it that way. And maybe you don't, maybe you were thinking about stock trading, and now that playing the markets has told you about dividend reinvesting, maybe you're like, wait a minute, this might be better. But I don't know. We'll get into options, like trying to day trade with options and stuff like that in a different video. But I think I'm good on ranting about dividend reinvesting. I think it's one of the best things you can do, especially as a retirement plan, especially just overall with your money and how good you can make it out. And the other thing that I love about it is that it's extremely stress-free. Just the fact that you set it, you forget it, you leave it alone, and I mean, you don't completely forget about it. You check it every year, every 6 months. And I guess I didn't explain yields. So the yield is the interest rate that it gives you annually, and those yields are locked for the whole year. So you buy that share. We'll just keep using TRI because now I have that interest rate memorized. So say you buy TRI at 48%, and or 48%, $48. I guess I don't have that percentage memorized. $48 a share, and that next year gives you $1 a month or something. I can't remember the exact number. It was like 88 cents or something. So we'll say it's giving you 90 cents a month per share. That's pretty sweet. That's like, I gotta get a calculator. I don't want to spit numbers that I don't understand or I don't know entirely. 48 times 0.9. Nope, that's not how you get that. 0.9 times 12, 10, 40. Alright, yeah. So it's about 20% just right there, just from that monthly interest rate per share, which is awesome. That's sweet. But then you got to think that dividend yield is locked in. And by dividend yield, I'm not saying the percentage that it's going to give you. I'm saying the dollar amount is locked in for that year. So, for example, for 2018, TRI had locked in that they were going to give their people, they probably didn't have that $4.90, that little bonus locked in, but they knew that they were giving people at least 20%. So if their stock tanked but stayed alive for that whole year, it could have tanked to $20 and I'm dead. I think that guy was close to me. Yeah, he was pretty close. So it could have tanked to $20 and you could have started buying it like crazy. But you would still be getting that 20, the percentage wise would be a lot more now. But it's roughly like $11 from the year. But that is like, excuse me, that would be a pretty sweet steal. But because of these dividends and everything, these stocks they're pretty solid, and I wouldn't say that they're like risky or extreme or anything like that. So uh, once again, I haven't said it in this video, but I'm not a professional at this stuff, guys. I just know stuff about it, and I like obviously get very excited about it. Definitely do your own research. Definitely comment if you have any questions, you want to know anything more about this stuff. Or obviously I can rant about this for way too long. So put some comments if you want me to go over stuff. I can start to you can put a comment on like stocks that you want me to check out, and I can go over them in the next video or something like that. It doesn't matter to me. But basically, do your own research. Look into everything yourself. Don't trust me. I don't know everything. I just get excited, and I got a lot of people that have told me stuff, and then I have also done this a lot myself. So this is one of my favorite things, and you should definitely look into doing it yourself. It's amazing. But thank you again for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe so I can see the support, and I will keep pumping out videos. Thanks.